Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and it was a great thing to see, and I was very happy with the responses I have been getting from my last video, my first ever video. And this video I'll be focusing on your CRS calculation and what are the criteria involved in that. And because the CRS score is the main point where you need to be focused and you need to know where you are lacking so you can improve and add more points. So let's get into it, and let me go into a bit of the details about the express entry system first, and that will help us a lot, I guess. And yeah, so let's get right into it. So you'll be getting an score based on many factors. Your age and other factors will be the main focus, and you will be evaluated on those criteria. Then you have to create a profile to be in the pool. Then only you will get an invitation to apply for the visa, permanent resident visa. So to create a profile, you have another criteria called FSW points. You need to have 67 or more out of 100 to be eligible to create the profile. Once you create the profile, you will enter the pool, express entry pool, where there are a lot of other applicants. Their profiles are there also. Then you will receive an invitation once the draw is concluded, and if you are selected, you will get an invitation. So usually they hold like one draw per 2 weeks, but sometimes it may change depending on their situations and their decisions. They might change those things. Once this draw is done, they will decide this is our cutoff. If there are the same score, the cutoff score is same for the applicants, they will decide based on their profile creation day. Whoever created first will get the option. So it's better to create the profile earlier than later and get into this. So let's get into the point system. So the criteria you will be evaluated on are your age, your education, your language ability, your experience. If you have a spouse, your spouse factors will come into play also. And there are other factors like provincial nominees, whether you have a job offer with an LMIA approval, and those things. So for age, the ideal age, the maximum points you can get is like from age 18 to 29. After 29 each year, you will be losing 5 points. As an example, a person might get 110 for age if he is between 18 and 29. And if they are like 30, they might get only 105. So there's a reduction going after the age 30. Each year you will be losing 5 points. For education, there are certain set of evaluations they will be doing. You have to send your educational qualifications to WES and get it evaluated first. Based on their evaluation summary, you have to choose your option, whether it is a college diploma, whether it is a 3-year or 4-year degree, or a diploma. 3-year or 4-year diploma are also counted in the same category. Whether you have 2 or more options, or masters or PhD. So that's your educational qualifications assessment, and you will get points plus additional points if you have better language scores. So when it comes to language ability, you can show either French language skills or English language skills, because both languages are mainly used here and accepted. You can either do French or English. So then when it comes to experience, it is better to have 3 years of foreign experience. It gives the maximum points, and it will add additional points if you have the CLB 9 for language ability, and CLB 7 it will bump up a bit. And if you have experience in Canada, it will be more suitable, and if you can get that, you will have more points, because 1 year of Canadian experience in a NOC category 0, A or B will give you additional points. 1 year will give you 36 and 2 years 53 and more. So again, if you are married, you have to consider your spouse factors also. For the spouse, language ability, education, and experience in Canada will matter. So you have to be careful, because when you put, if you are married, please put as married. Otherwise, if you try to do something here and there and say wife is not coming with you, or you are still single, don't mislead the system, because it will have bad consequences going forward in your application. So for the other factors, it will come to like whether you have close relative in Canada, whether you have a LMIA approved job offer in Canada, or you have certifications, nominations from a province to apply for the PR for the express entry system. So that will add more points to your profile. So this is the tool the government has provided us to calculate our score. It is a free tool and you can always check it online, and always try to use the government sites from Canada. So they provide the authentic documentation and the details regarding these things. So I'll be adding these links to my description bottom in the details of this video. You can go and check by yourself, and we'll check the criteria points also. So before we go to this, let's check the criteria and their points. So for the age, as I said, 110 maximum points, and if you are married, you are getting 100 maximum. So education, you will get maximum 150. If you are married, 140. Language proficiency, you can get a maximum of 160, and if you are married, 150. And the Canadian work experience, if you are a single person, you get 80, and if you are married, 70. So next section, they are talking regarding the spouse factors and what kind of points amount you can gain from your spouse, because you are losing points because you are married. So you have to gain that from your spouse. If your spouse has matching or more qualifications and language ability, you will go above the reduction of the points. So I'll be adding this link in the description. You can go and check and make the calculations, what kind of distribution they have, what are the requirements you have. So especially this level of education, less than a secondary school, you don't get any points. Secondary diploma gets 30. 1 year diploma or certificate, you get 90. 2-year program at a college, you get 98. Bachelor's degree or 3 or more years of diploma, you will get 120. These 2 or more certificates, one of them needs to be 3 years or more, either a bachelor's degree or a diploma. The other one can be a certificate, a diploma, even a degree. So you will get good amount in that one for 128. Then if you have masters, 135, and if you have PhD, 150. That's the points distribution on that. So this is the tool which the government has provided you to calculate. So you can choose whatever your marital status currently. So say you are married, you can put married. If you are single, you can put single. I'll go with married because you can see the spouse factors in the bottom. So I'll start with married. If you put single there, you will not have a section for your spouse. So married. Is your spouse common law partner, citizen of Canada? If it is, please put it, but most of you guys will not be having that part as yes. So I'll say no. Then they ask an important question. Will your spouse or common law partner come with you to Canada? If there is any concerning reason for your spouse not to come with you, please put no. If she or he is coming with you, please put yes. Otherwise, the scores will change depending on your answer. So you have to be careful. So put your age, the current age, say I'll put 30, and if your current age is 35, please put it. Then once again, when you juggle this and see, okay, what will happen if I gain more experience, what will happen if I do another course and get that done, then your age will change. Depending on that, you can assume that and put that and find it out. Then this is the important one. What is your level of education? This totally depends on your WES evaluation. But for the moment, put the option you currently have. Say I have my bachelor's degree and my postgraduate diploma. I'll put as 2 or more certificates. Because I have 4 years of degree and 1 year certificate or diploma. Alright. Next question. Have you earned a Canadian degree, diploma or certificate? So this is for if you have studied in Canada. If yes, you will have to select what kind of course you did here. If not, you can go forward. For this, I'll put yes because I have to show you what kind of options you will be having to show. In this case, secondary or less, this will not give you points. 1 or 2 year diploma or certificate. That means you did a certificate, you did a postgraduate certificate or diploma, you just did a 2 year diploma, then you will fall under this, you will get 15 additional points. Or if you had a degree or a diploma which is 3 years or more, or a master's degree which is 1 academic year or more, you will get 30 points. For this one, I'll go with 1 or 2, but for the sake of the casual user or the people who are not studying here, I'll put this no. So this option will be gone. Then the official language test. This one, this question asks whether you have done in the past 2 years because the IELTS is valid for 2 years only. So say yes. So which language test did you take? I'll put IELTS. Then you have to select your score. First, if you have already done your IELTS, please put it and see what is your score. And then check what happens when you put 8,777. 8 for listening and other 3 bands as 7. Because that is called the CLB 9 level. It will improve your score hugely. I'll show you that. So I'll start with saying speaking 7, listening 8, reading 7, but writing 6.5. I'm not putting 7 here, so you can see the improvement, what kind of improvement you will be having later on. So do you have another language test? This is asking for your French language test. If you have it, please put it there. If you don't, just say not applicable. This part, don't get confused because the first question they are asking is regarding your Canadian experience, whether you have work experience in Canada. So for this, I'll say no, because if you have it, please put it. But if you don't have it, please don't put it, because it will create and show you a score with that. This is incorrect if you don't have experience here. Then the next question, in the last 10 years, how many total years of foreign skilled work experience do you have? Remember, this should be NOC 0, A or B, and you can claim up to 3 years. So I'll put 3 years. There are options for 1 year and 3 years. 2 years will not change your score. 1 year and 3 year has scores for you. So 3 years, I have 3 years and more, so I'll be putting 3 years. So then they ask, do you have certificate of qualification from a Canadian province or a territory? So you have, sometimes you have to be selected and do certifications on some of the province to do skill trades. And so if you have them, please put it. I don't have one, so I'm not going to put it there. Then whether you have a valid job offer, that means you have to pass the labor market impact assessment, aka LMIA. If you don't have it, it's not going to give you any points. This is where you will get confused whether you have a job offer, but do you get the points? No, you have to pass this LMIA assessment. So I don't have a job offer like that. I say no. Then they ask, do you have a nomination certificate from a province? This is for the provincial nominees where you can get a certificate or an invitation from a province. They provide you with a certificate number, and if you have it in your hand, please select yes. If you don't, please select no, because this will add 600 points to your Express Entry score. That means it's a guaranteed invitation. So then it asks whether you or your spouse has a very close relative in Canada. There are some criteria. Their relative has to be passing, and if it is, you can select yes. If it is not, select no. I'll select no. Then here comes the part where you have to put your spouse factors. That means your spouse. First they ask education. So for education, I'll say my wife has a 2 or more certificates or degrees. That's what's her WAS summary says. So in the last 10 years, how many years of skilled work experience in Canada? So she does not have any skilled work here yet. So I'll put not or less than a year. Then they ask whether she did a language test, that is IELTS. So for that, put your whatever the amount she or he got for yourself. So then listen, I'll put randoms here, okay? Not going to. Then press calculate your score. This will show the distribution of your score, where you got the points and what kind of factors were there and how much you got for each. So the grand total I have is 396. Remember this point, 396. So the difference I'm going to make right now is in my IELTS score. I had writing 6.5. Now I'm going to make it 7. And you will see the jump. It was 396 and it goes for 53. That's a 57 point difference just for 0.5 in your IELTS score. That's why it is very important to have 8777. So please guys, do the calculations in this site and assess yourself where you are at now and where you want to be, because currently the cutoffs go around 470 plus. So you have to be cautious and you have to evaluate yourselves well enough. So if you guys do this and know where you are currently, and you can plan ahead what I am going to do, what you are going to do next. You can come here as a student and gain experience to add value, or you can do IELTS properly and maybe French language also and improve. You have to know where you are lacking and then improve. So that is the CRS score, how it is distributed, how you can calculate it. If you guys like this video, please put a like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll be explaining more on how to create your profile in the next video. For the moment, know where you are with the calculation. And please ask questions if you have any in the comment sections, because I'll be glad and I'm ready to help you guys in any way I can. And thanks for the support you have been showing me, and it means a lot to me. And once again, please put a like, subscribe, and press the bell icon for notifications. Thank you. See you guys later. Have a good weekend.